What is up, Switch leaders? Before we even begin to think about this week at Switch, we got to recap this weekend. I'm going to make it quick, but just know, y'all, your impact is far beyond what you probably could have ever imagined. The difference that you make isn't just happening here in these seats on Wednesday nights. It is happening in the lives of students outside of this building and in their families, in their schools. It is so incredible. This Saturday we had Switch Serving Day. We went over to Mansfield Mission, their garden at the Linda Nix Clinic, and we got to help clean up the garden. We made space, we made room, we created a space where the garden can flourish and families can get fresh produce. And that was something, we didn't just do a job, but we had so much fun doing it. I know I talked to leaders, I talked to students who were just like, hey, can we do this more often? Can we do this more often? And we're gonna look at what that looks like. But it was so much fun, and I wanna say thank you for every leader that made it out there. We had over 20 students out there, which made it was just a blast. We laughed, we had good times, and we got some stuff done. And to make an impact in our community, it was really special. This weekend, I hope that you guys were there because it was insanity. We had 88 baptisms, and 33 of those, 30 plus 3, 33 students went public with their faith through baptism. And that is something that we celebrate. That is something that we are excited about, because students aren't just giving their lives to Jesus. They're not just half-hearted following Jesus, but they're going public with their faith in that pool this weekend. That is so incredible. I hope that you guys feel that. I hope that you know the impact and the difference that you're making isn't just extending to one student, to two students, but to every single one of your students every single Wednesday night. Whether it looks like you're making a difference, whether it doesn't look like you're making a difference, know that every single seed that you plant is being reaped, whether it's now or whether it's in a couple years or now or in a couple days. It is something that I hope that you never forget, that the seeds that you plant now with your students and alongside of them, that God is going to reap at the proper time. And I just know that when we continue to cling to that, when we show up every single week with a purpose, a plan, and remembering what God had put on our heart when we first started, we continue to make a difference that is so much bigger than us. And I am so honored and humbled to be a part of it with you guys. It is so cool to watch. Now I just want to say thank you so much for what you guys do. Before we get into the content for this week and what we're going to be talking about in the message, we're actually going to be doing something a little bit new this week when it comes to the experience. So we are going to split up middle school boys, middle school girls, and high school. So high school are going to be in the middle sections of the auditorium. That is going to be boys and girls in the middle. We're going to bring the middle school boys over to this side of the auditorium. We're going to halfway pull the curtains, and then on this side we're going to have middle school girls halfway pull the curtains. And what this is going to do is help with distractions and also help with our middle schoolers being able to have a better attention span, because they won't have as many distractions around them. And I think that's going to create a good opportunity for them to watch the high schoolers and see the example that they set for them. And I believe that as we do this and as we lead with vision of, hey, this is why we're doing it, so that we can be more intentional with the time that we have here on Wednesday nights, that we will grow closer to Jesus and closer to others because of it. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. If y'all would continue to come alongside of me and our coaches and all of us as leaders, just to continue to be sitting with your students, it creates space to do so, and also to continue to lead with vision of growing close to Jesus and growing close to others. And that is why we're doing it. But this week, brand new message series called Difference Makers. Starting off with a live speak this week, I'm going to be preaching on Colossians, of how can we make a difference. It starts by taking on the nature of Christ, by taking on, once we are saved, the nature and the things that God calls us to, and how can we use that to make a difference in the lives of others, in our own lives, but also to take it out into our community and to take it out into our schools. I'm really excited for this week's message. If y'all have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Please feel free to reach out. If you need anything at all, I'd love to be praying for you guys and alongside of you guys. But we will see you Wednesday at 6:15 Leader Huddle. Wear your t-shirt. And y'all, just be celebrating, because God is just getting started in this place. Love you guys. See you soon.